always raucous in Gorgie. Will it be a midweek fixture to remember? Hearts fans might be saying goodbye to Robbie Neilson. That has yet to be confirmed, but it is the story of the evening without any shadow of a doubt. And 1,400 here to support Rangers. Now let's have a look at the two teams. Hearts are unchanged. Will this be the final team named by Robbie Neilson? We shall see. Callum Paterson was the one injury doubt. He had to leave Saturday's 3-0 win over Motherwell after 27 minutes because of swelling around the eye. He's been given the all clear. Perry Kitchen makes his 13th successive start. The American has been a big hit as Hearts captain. Bjorn Jonsson, who also qualifies for the USA, scored twice at the weekend, taking his total to 4 for the season. Rangers manager Mark Warburton has made two changes from Saturday's last Glasgow derby win over Partick Thistle. There is a maiden Rangers start from Matt Crooks, two previous appearances as a substitute. Josh Windass is injured. Also included the super sub from Firhill, Joe Dodu, two-goal hero. Joe Garner drops out of the starting 11. Kenny Miller, although just a few weeks away from turning 37, has been a key figure for Rangers in attack. Let's talk tactics with Chris and Terry. Chris, on Hearts first of all.
Well, no changes from Robbie Neilson, no surprises there. That he'll be buoyed by that clean sheet last time out. Walker will be a big threat down the right-hand side, and Jonsson, he'll be pleased he got a couple of goals last time out.
Terry, how about Rangers?
Well, Matt Crooks comes in, sits in front of the back four. They've only kept one clean sheet in 7 away Premiership games so far. They should release Jason Holt and Andy Halliday. And it's a Joe that plays up front. It's not Joe Garner, it's Joe Dodu. He might play on the left. He could play centre forward. Kenny Miller coming out there. I think he's going to try and stop Callum Paterson.
The football world was shocked to learn of the tragedy involving Brazilian club side Chapecoense yesterday. 75 lost their lives on a Colombian mountainside after flight AMI 2933 suffered an electrical failure, taking all but 2 of the 22-man squad. There will be a minute's silence here at Tynecastle in their memory. Also a minute's silence for the former Rangers fullback Davy Provin, who passed away last week at 75.
Respectfully ask fans of both clubs to be upstanding as we join together in a minute of silence to pay our respects to the friends and family of those we have lost and to the football family in Brazil.
Especially emotional for Igor Rossi. You saw him there, the Hearts defender, who lost a good friend, Josimar, in that tragedy. Robbie Neilson, still the Hearts head coach. Will that be the case later tonight? Time will tell. It's all about the football for now. The referee is Craig Thompson, 7th time for him in charge of this often high-intensity fixture. They meet for the first time this season. Heart of Midlothian and Rangers, two of Scotland's biggest clubs, on the 30th of November, St Andrew's Day. James Tavernier backpedaling, elects to give Wes Fodringham a touch. Great to have the pleasure of your company. Two teams chasing second place, you've got to say. Setting apparently out of sight. Jonsson, who Steered it out to that right-hand side, in there by Don Cowie. Hearts attempt to get onto the front foot. Robbie Muirhead. Jamie Walker slipped elusive. Rangers looking to get it forward towards Joe Dodu. Mark Warburton making the changes too from the side that ultimately prevailed against Partick Thistle. Chris and Terry, the keys to the contest. Chris, for starters.
Well, there's so much at stake, isn't there? Second place up for grabs. How will the Hearts players react? Is this Robbie Neilson's last game in charge? I don't think it will be a problem. The players don't think about these things. With second place up for grabs, that's all Hearts will be focusing on, winning the game.
Terry.
Yeah, I think Rangers, as they are at the moment, just playing the ball across the back and Hearts pushing on, which I think they're going to have to do. Rangers have got to be very cute here. What Rangers can't afford to do is give away a sloppy goal and have to chase the game, that's for sure. But there won't be a goalless. This won't be a goalless game. I think there's not been a goalless game here since 2007.
Away goes Lee Wallace. Rangers captain Dodu getting into his stride. Joe Dodu, and it eludes just about everyone. Kenny Miller had the pistons bumping. Out of play it goes. And a spiky enough start here at Tynecastle.
There's a strong challenge. Actually caught each other, Wallace and Holt.
I've done that before. I put about 10 stitches down Mickey Mills' shin bone by tackling him and knocked the ball in one match against Southampton many years ago. So it didn't matter to me. The ball was there to be won. Didn't matter if it was a teammate or a striker. And I'd love to play it against you, Chris, I tell you.
It mattered to Mickey Mills.
And down has gone Muirhead. Andy Halliday walks away from the scene of the crime. The free kick to Hearts in a position of potential danger.
Is he in range there? Terry is a long way out. Be the best part of 40 yards.
No, I think he'll have a go. Just catches this right. They catch it on the valve nowadays, don't they? Try and hit it on the valve like Ronaldo.
Muirhead steps forward, couldn't quite keep the shot down. Fires it into the Roseburn stand.
I think that was probably a bit too close in for Muirhead, wasn't it? He needs to be back on the halfway line with that one.
He certainly caught on the valve.
To score for Hearts. This is fifth start. Rangers unbeaten in 5. Won the last 2 thanks to added time goals. And that was a lovely play. It opens up for Hearts. Exquisite work from Jonsson. And Cowie was prepared to go after it.
Yeah, what a lovely touch from Jonsson. And Cowie, there's been a touch of handball in there, just doesn't have the legs to go beyond there.
Don Cowie, former Scotland international, 10 appearances in all for the national team.
I actually sold him, Derek.
Yeah,
I sold him, yeah. That's the first thing I did at Inverness when I came in 2009, was to sell him. So I never really had the chance of coaching him. Probably the best move he ever made.
He's carved out a decent career for himself, Cowie. As Patterson towards Jonsson. Arno Dube. Often the man who makes Hearts tick. Jason Holt playing against his former club. Hearing the boos. Midfield man who grew up in Musselburgh, not so very far away. Wallace and Holt. And down he goes just outside the box. And it does go against Patterson.
Well, that's the problem with Callum Patterson, if you have to say there is one. He's great going forward. There's a foul. Dangerous position. Almost got into the box. Did Holt, but not quite. The referee right on the spot. Good decision, Chris, you think?
I think he got that one right.
Greg Thompson will be away on Champions League duty. Match day 6 next week. James Tavernier and Harry Forrester are the 2 Rangers players pondering this.
You often see little pullbacks here, don't you, on the floor?
Yep.
It's taken by Tavernier and behind for the corner of Muirhead.
What was that? if I'd have been a centre-half going up for that ball there with the free kick, I'd be saying, what are you doing? But at least they get a corner from it, but apart from that was appalling.
Forrester to take it. Got it away with relative ease by John Souttar. It's always keen to get Jamie Walker on the ball. Here's the marauding Tavernier. It's away by Igor Rossi. His Hearts keep their shape defensively. Tavernier. Kenny Miller. Little nick that time off Souttar into the clutches of Jack Hamilton. 22-year-old goalkeeper who's played 9 times for the Scotland under-21s. Unused substitute for the full team at Wembley recently. It's Muirhead who went up. Kiernan. And the scrap simmering already. Tavernier. The challenge came in from Muirhead. Chested on by Rossi. Perry Kitchen. Offside flag had gone up. Muirhead touching it.
Yeah, Rangers had a good line, then they came out very quickly, but good spell of pressure from Hearts down the left after a really good start from Rangers' point of view, but here's the offside.
Yeah, Muirhead knew he was offside.
Fast-paced start, just as we anticipated here at Tynecastle.
Yeah, lovely start. That's what you want. Get into the game, testing both defences out, and it's been, so far, I'd say, it's been an end-to-end game. If this pace continues, it's going to be rip-roaring stuff.
Are you surprised Dodou's starting down the middle, Terry?
No, I'm not surprised. I think that's his best position, and Kenny's gone over to the left. He's very clever, very astute, but he's got to match runners.
Also contact there, yes. Another concession of a free kick.
Well, the last one was too far out, but this is well within range, and that is a daft challenge, really, from Harry Forrester. Can't win the ball. Patterson gets his body in, and this is an opportunity.
And closer to goal for Muirhead. Walker off to the side.
Left foot to Terry.
Well, he hasn't scored, Muirhead. From Rangers' point of view, you'd be saying, go on, hit it. But Walker's there as well, which adds to the mix.
It's going to be Jamie Walker at his best, and then closed down by Andy Halliday. Disappointing.
It's the second poor free kick we've had. That's slightly better than Tavernier's, but still hit the wall. You'd think if you're going to be wrong, you'd be, go behind for a goal kick over the bar rather than be short.
Callum Patterson, you can see that some of that area around the eye taped up after his injury at the weekend. Long throw, terrific distance. It was nodded on by Björn Jonsson. Muirhead competing for it. Pre-rehearsed.
It's a really good weapon to have, and Jonsson gets up. Well, I just think Muirhead should gamble earlier.
Is he not on his heels?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, you could see his teammate's going to win that because of the towering header. Great long throw. Just gamble, just get the other side of Tavernier.
I'll tell you that David Weir, the Rangers assistant manager, was questioning the position taken up by Callum Patterson going back to the throw. David Weir, who played for Hearts as well as Rangers. Herreras, Faisal Herreras, the Moroccan international, although Belgian-born. Souttar had to snuff out the danger, well aware of Dodou's presence. The game swaying between the boxes.
I think Rossi got away with one there, Terry.
Yeah, he might have done, but Dodou's an honest boy, and that's what he's there as a centre forward for. He's got the power, he's got the pace, and an extra little bit of height, which helps. But he's chasing 2 centre halves there, and there's always the centre halves going to come out on top.
Kenny Miller feeling for handball as it bounced off Igor Rossi. Wallace trying to work something with Jason Holt. Former Hearts players, those two. Has been resolved in favour of Rangers here. Danny Wilson across the defence to Rob Kiernan. Tavernier. Passing with the accuracy that was called for. The idea was to give it to Matt Crooks. Hearts' lone home defeat in the league this season coming against Celtic back on the 7th of August. Unbeaten in the last 6 at Tynecastle. So often a fortress. Igor Rossi. Adam Patterson couldn't quite get there.
Just seen from Rangers' point of view, it's Halliday's the one that's sitting in front of the back four. Crooks has gone to the right and Holt's to the left. So there's that knuckle of little diamond of three in the middle of the park. And I'm just surprised to see Crooks on the right wing. And I thought he might just sit in front of the back four, but he's not doing that. He's the one that's getting forward. Halliday's the one that's sitting.
Andy Halliday making his 50th league appearance for Rangers. A bit of space for Rangers to work in. Miller. Tavernier. Kenny Miller. Shuffled away by Muirhead. Halliday. Crooks using Wilson. Rangers beginning the night 3 points ahead of Hearts in the table. Hume wasn't quite the pass he was looking for. Came from Sousa.
Yeah, but he's got to take that in, take a touch, and bring his teammates into play. Wasn't sure. Just going back to Crooks, Terry, at Accrington, he always played that sitting role, all centre half. So it's a different position, just playing up in advance.
Well, they don't seem to have that many options in the middle of the park now that Joey Barton's left, but they don't really have as many options as they would like, so they're forced to do this. But he still looks at home. He still looks quite a fluid player. Looks like good movement on him as well, and a good touch.
Jamie Walker. That's a lovely ball. Muirhead couldn't quite find it. Tavernier for company.
Just a poor first touch. It was a good ball, wasn't it? And just there, just runs past the ball.
If his touch is right, he's in. He's in that penalty area.
Breras. Muirhead. Kenny Miller with him. And clearance by Halliday.
Well, after the problems with that first long throw, surprised they're not using it more, Hearts.
Cowie. It was forceful and effective play by Holt for Rangers. Now Wallace. She looks up the pitch. Short pass was to Forrester. Burrowing through. Holt. Tavernier. James Tavernier. And he has scored just the 2 goals this season. Number 17 in his Rangers career.
Yeah, Jason Holt looking for the through ball, and I think Tavernier just thought, well, I might as well have a pop here. That's probably the first one he'll hit. He'll hit more, I'm sure, in this match. That's a good rangefinder just over the bar. Jack Hamilton just let that go. Happy to see it over the bar.
Another one making his 50th league appearance for the club, James Tavernier. Going to go back to the stunning goal against Kilmarnock at the end of August for James Tavernier. Miller showing for it. I do wonder where Rangers would be this season without Kenny Miller. His performance is generally excellent. Breras managed to give it plenty of air. And nothing in there. Walker, but he's not going to get away with that. Free kick. Greg Thompson looks on from a couple of yards away.
I think that's a poor decision. He's read the touch from Forrester. He's nicked it off him. There's a bad one from Craig Thompson.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I thought that was a pretty good decision, to be honest. The foot was raised, it was high, and you can't get away with that now. 15, 20 years ago, you probably get away with it, but not now.
He's not endangering an opponent there.
No, but you still raise your foot. Show starts.
You penalise him for
but if he's
reading the play well.
But if he's going to smash the ball, he would actually go through his foot. So you could say that was potentially a dangerous challenge.
And down goes Joom. That will be a Hearts free kick. Arno Joom is taken out here.
Well, that was a dangerous challenge, not potentially.
That was. Yes, I'm in agreement with you there, Chris, for the first and only time.
I don't think it's going to become a habit, gentlemen, tonight. Of that distinct feeling. Here's Reras. Tavernier. Goal kick, says Craig Thompson. Hearts and Rangers. This Wednesday night fixture. 0-0 so far. Early stages. Rossi knew that Dodo was close to him. Forrester. Rangers get the decision. It went Suter.
Yeah, he gets his foot across, doesn't he? But doesn't play the ball. That's definitely a foul. But the long ball that just before that, it seemed to have a bit of backspin, didn't it? So the centre half thing, Rossi couldn't head the ball back, and that allowed Rangers then to pick up the second ball.
What do Rangers have in store for Hearts with this set play? James Tavernier, Andy Halliday doing the organising. It's going to be left to Tavernier. That was the pass instead of the shots intended for Kenny Miller, and he thought he had disguised that perfectly. James Tavernier.
It was a good, well-worked free kick, but just the execution was poor, and it seemed to catch Kenny on his heels. Perhaps that was done in the training ground or possibly down the pub or something like that, but it just doesn't work. It was on. If the pass was right, it was perfect.
It's pantomime season, Eric.
Do they work on free kick routines in the pub these days?
Oh, they certainly do. The beer mats take a right battering these days.
Gary Kitchen, he's not one to shirk a tackle. Infield man from Indianapolis, Indiana. Proud Hearts captain. Kitchen went in. And Forrester. Still appealing, Harry Forrester. Tavernier. Kiernan. Once again, that's the central defensive partnership with Kiernan, Danny Wilson. Clint Hill because of a calf injury. That's the game against Partick Thistle. Dodo and Suter, battle of number 14s beside the touchline.
I think it's an honest attempt to win the ball from Dodo, shutting Suter down.
The striker's challenge, do you think, Chris?
You said that.
Yeah, it was not a buggable offence, just going in for the ball, quite hard to try and win it, but no intent there. But it's been a lot of action, isn't there? But it's not been any real quality as such.
Blank score sheet. Muirhead. Maybe a bit of a hit or a miss. With Muirhead. It's Patterson. Björn Jonsson. He's looking to create fresh angles. He'll settle for the corner. The Hearts fans in front of us approve.
I'll tell you what, he's got a yard, hasn't he, Jonsson? Had a big game at the weekend, looks mobile. That's encouraging for Hearts.
Grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina. Father from Norway, American mother.
Did he have a vote in the election, do you think?
He probably would have qualified, yeah.
Yep.
Muirhead takes it. And it's away by Wilson. In the nick of time from the Rangers' point of view. And Reras feels hard done by.
I think this is Suter. I think Suter has a chance. Chris, what a chance that was.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. He was just eased out there. It's a silly challenge from Reras. Forrester buys that free kick well.
Tavernier. Attempting to set Holt free. Hugo Rossi, but only to Harry Forrester. An ordinary ball from Forrester. Nodded down by Muirhead. Halliday. Wallace. Miller. And Jason Holt. Kenny Miller, Rangers play keep ball. That is very much the game under Mark Warburton. Don Carey. In goes June, something to pick the pocket of Rob Kiernan. Forrester. And there's Lee Wallace. Holt. And Kenny Miller, and he follows through there. He's been penalised, Miller, for going in on Walker.
Yeah, it was good play from Rangers in terms of possession. They lose the ball just dropping down. Kenny has a swipe, Suter does well to get the ball away, but Rangers do well. They huff and puff, they get up to the edge of the box, then it's the final ball, final pass. Hasn't been clinical enough, whereas Hearts, I think, are a lot more purposeful, a lot more positive.
60% of the possession with Rangers. No great surprise, Chris.
No, and I think that has been the criticism, hasn't it, of Mark Warburton's Rangers. You know, pretty up to the edge of the box, but then no real penetration. Were they the 5th top scorers in the league this season? That's not good enough for a club like Rangers.
Walker was back, helping out Patterson. Rangers and Joe Garner on the bench, the odd man out this evening. Started the last 5 games. £1.8 million signing from Preston. You'd have to say a disappointment as signings go so far, based on what we've seen. Joe Garner.
He hasn't fired just yet, and Mark Warburton saying give him time, and he is a different type to Miller and Dodu. Dodu more athletical, running behind.
Tavernier, can he make the connection with Miller? Shielding by Kenny Miller. There's Dodu. Oh dear.
Just about sums the game up so far, doesn't it? He got into good position there, did Dodu. Unfortunately, he's not at the end of the ball, into the box to get his head on that cross. Poor cross. But once again, good build-up play from Rangers. Good ball into Miller, laid out, and then bang, overhit.
Quick reminder about Scottish Football Extra. It's coming up on Friday, 7 o'clock, BT Sport 2. And that'll be live from Tannadice. The prelude to Dundee United against Tavernier. It's the showpiece game in the Championship. Alan Stubbs will be our special guest. So a lot to look forward to on Friday. And tonight, we are in Gorgie. St Andrew's Day Fair on the menu. Hearts and Rangers. Wilson did well. Fodringham. Put it on by Joe Dodu. And back to that last attempt by Dodu, or a case of don't do. As he did. Tavernier. He's got himself into trouble, going the wrong way, James Tavernier. Joom. Cameroon international for Hearts. Cowie. Walker. It's an excellent block by Holt for Rangers. In goes Joom, wins it back for Heart of Midlothian. Cowie back the way to Suter. And Patterson had come in off the line. Here's Miller. Now Forrester, too long, too strong. 25 minutes in, goalless.
Has anybody had a real shot yet? I don't think they have they? Just over the bar. So just the way the game is going at the moment, it's just it seems to be the big areas of possession seem to be in the middle of the park, up into the penalty areas, but there's no real cutting edge from either side at the moment. You know, we're just waiting for the game to explode, Chris. You don't think?
Yeah, it's all pretty crowded in that middle area. It's all Patterson coming in off the line. They want to stay wide. None of the goalkeepers been tested at all.
John Sousa is a very fine passer of the ball. Muirhead chasing after it, comes off Tavernier. Will be Faisal Herreras.
See, I'm surprised after the first throw-in, when they cause Rangers problems, they aren't getting Patterson over to load it in.
Hume. Here's Patterson. Jonsson. Plenty of targets to aim at, but that's beyond everyone, including Muirhead.
Who's the player for Stoke that used to have the long throw? Was it Rory Delap?
Rory Delap.
Yeah. He took long throws everywhere, didn't he? They had towels all around the pitch for him as well, and all that sort of thing. But look, Patterson can throw it how far? 50, 60 yards?
Yeah, and it caused Rangers a problem, the first long throw. So, you use what you can to win a game.
Look at the action areas. It's even Steven this game so far, isn't it, guys?
Yeah. But, you like more action in the other two areas, but...
Well, you did say earlier it won't be 0-0.
No, it won't be 0-0. No. Would you want to bet on that?
No, I think you've put a bit of a dampener on this game. You shouldn't have said that, Terry.
So you're blaming me. Thanks very much.
So Terry was making a point with knowledge, because Hearts have been in quite a few high-scoring games of late, to say the least.
They're due a clean sheet then.
Dodo together with Igor Rossi. Hearts free kick. Kitchen stands over it. He's named the new captain of the club in September, replacing Ali Öztürk. Cowie had made his way through it. Works its way to Muirhead, and up went Jonsson. And he's got height on his side, and Fodringham edge of the area now. Well, apparently he did that inside his own box. Wallace down. Boos ring out from the Hearts supporters.
Just a misunderstanding. Oh, that's marginal. Really is. You've got the assistant on that side, but I wonder whether his view was blocked. Wallace takes the hit. Oh, I think that just on the line, Terry.
No, I think that's outside, but there's no one that can actually see along that line. The linesman and the referee have the same sort of view, looking at it long ways, but rather there's no one down the middle of the pitch and able to see that if that was outside. For me, it looked just outside, but
I thought it was on the line.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. There's something like that should happen. The misunderstanding. Just boot the ball away, Fodringham. Just get it away from danger. Don't try and cause controversy or do something a bit complicated.
Absolutely, no need to risk. His foot does give way.
There.
Oh. It's a hard one for the referee to actually give, I think.
But if we can't tell in slow motion, what chance do the officials have?
If that was rugby, that would be a try.
Yeah, but it's not.
But they go to the monitor, wouldn't they? They go to the officials.
Well, they're talking it over. Rangers players. Lee Wallace has made his way off the pitch as we speak, having received treatment from Steve Walker.
Well, there's no need to panic. It was an incident. The goalkeeper got it wrong. He did slip. Just get on with the game. There's no need to point fingers at each other, Terry.
No, I think Kenny Miller just gone in there, just saying to the goalkeeper, just put it out of play next time. Don't take chances. Let's just make sure that we do the right things.
Jamie Walker is throwing it eventually out of play. So it will be a goal kick here with 15 minutes to go to half time. Thumbs up as far as Lee Wallace is concerned. That's the news we're getting from the Rangers bench. Kiernan. Confident work by Rob Kiernan. There's Hume. He's hoping to force a mistake from Halliday. Tavernier. And Fotheringham. He's normally pretty adept with the ball at his feet.
We just feel that Rangers, the way they play, they try to play, that they will give you a chance. You can hear the fans getting up. The team are working hard, the Hearts fans, I should say.
There's always a risk, and Fotheringham, especially when he did play that ball, well, when we thought it might have been a handball, he slipped as well. This pitch is cutting up, and it's one or two instances where players have slipped, but you know, none as pronounced as the one Fotheringham suffered as well. So he's got to watch it.
Hearts have been using this pitch for training on Fridays.
You can see divots already, can't you? Just
Yep.
being dug up there. So, yeah.
Every tackle won. Cheer to the rafters by the noisy Hearts fans. Hume. Walker. The turnaround. Jamie Walker. Collected by Wes Fotheringham.
I'll tell you what, it was a terrific take, wasn't it? Wasn't the easiest ball to take. Good touch there on the turn. Shifted it again. There's a weak shot with his weaker foot, Jamie Walker.
I think that's Dodu that tracks him back as well.
Forrester, here is Dodu. That's where Rangers fans would prefer to see him. Suter. Play rages on. Wallace. Halliday, but nobody in the vicinity. Jack Hamilton, he really hasn't had too much to contemplate. Rolls it out to Björn Jonsson. It's been what we've seen from Rangers a lot this season. So much possession, but not always an awful lot of penetration. Last throw then. Cowie will leave it for Herreras to take. Tom Cowie, who launched his career at Ross County. That's the one that got away as far as Suter's concerned.
That's the one you're talking about, Chris, just staying wide. Walker just stay wide. If you're going to come inside, it's got to be from further back where there's space to come inside. No space there. Should have stayed wide, and consequently the ball was played wide.
Normally if Walker is coming in off the line, you'd see Patterson then releasing, staying wide and going forward.
There's Björn Jonsson. Wallace getting the better of Jonsson. Kitchen couldn't reach it. Miller. That was slack. Arno Hume. Effective use of the ball. And that is not going to trouble Fotheringham. Cowie knows it.
Was that a cross or a shot? I don't know.
Neither.
I don't think it was. Yeah. I think he thought, well, I'm going to put that ball into the far post, and then I think as he's hit it, he's thought, oh, well, there's no one there. They just sailed over the Fotheringham's crossbar. So, but coming inside like that, you think you're going to have a shot, player 1-2, get the ball into feet in the box. Instead, it's a wishy-washy sort of finish.
Igor Rossi. Straight down the throat of Rob Kiernan. Dodu, there's a shout for handball from Rossi. Nice kick by Igor Rossi. Covering up for him was Suter, and now it's Herreras. Jonsson with the leap.
There's a couple of times that ball into Dodu. I think that's the feeling that's what Ghana is better at, that hold-up play, being that central striker. That's something Dodu has to improve on.
Rangers have prevailed in 10 of the last 18 meetings with Hearts. Halliday is down. A concern on the Rangers bench. Meanwhile, Patterson fouled, and the card comes out for Crooks.
just a trip. I think he tripped him there because of Halliday going down. Oh, that's a sore one. Yeah, his hand goes up straight away there. I think that's why Crooks took the yellow for the team, because Halliday's out of position. Patterson's away, and he just decided to bring him down and get a yellow card. Halliday all right.
He's got to get on with it. Andy Halliday. A yellow card for Matt Crooks in his first Rangers start. Rossi, Brazilian who's found a home here in the Scottish capital. Callum Patterson as he cuts in. Patterson away by Fodringham, volleyball style. Kitchen and Patterson. The rough and tumble side of the game in full view. Kenny Miller trying to plead his case.
Yeah, definite foul then, didn't he? He lost the ball, didn't he? And then a little bit of anger that he lost the ball.
And here's the shot. I think Fodringham makes a good decision. He isn't sure. Gets solid contact and the ball away from the goal.
Best spell of the game for Hearts so far. Best spell.
Well, let's see if Hearts can cash in. Robbie Muirhead. Swarm of maroon shirts. Rangers have got their defence lined up. What a sort of gap for Craig Thompson to do. In there by Muirhead. And it's held by Fodringham.
That's a real chance, isn't it, for Jonsson? Just runs off the back of Crooks, I think it is.
Kiernan watching Jonsson all the way.
He's got to go back across into the far corner there. And he scores.
It was a great free kick, though, wasn't it? That was the best free kick of the match so far, into the right area. Not the best of contacts, but at least it was on target.
Halliday, here's Cowie. John Cowie, and the release valve that is Bjorn Jonsson. Kiernan tidies up. Quickly taken throw. Jonsson. Just a bit short with the pass, enabling Wallace to intervene for Rangers. Kitchen and Walker. Kenny Miller backtracks and does his job defensively. Pass was by Crooks. Not too much on it for Dodo. 7 minutes to go to half-time. Still 0-0.
I don't think Rangers can get out of their half. They can't find Dodo, whereas Jonsson at the other end is getting the balls to feet, holding balls up, getting Hearts up the pitch. It's all Hearts at the moment.
Robbie Nielsen getting animated in his technical area.
Well, Jonsson didn't quite get it back. Walker.
What a ball that was. What a pass that was. Poor control, Chris.
Yeah, there's a lot of pace on the ball, hard one to take.
Well, you spoke about the long throw-in. Chris and Terry, here they go again, Hearts, using Patterson. He's got the advantage of no advertising hoardings in that sector of the pitch as well. Jonsson! Fodringham to the rescue for Rangers.
Well, that's twice, and you think of all the opportunities down the left-hand side where they haven't used the long throw, and that's good contact, isn't it, from Jonsson, and a smart save, Terry.
Yeah, we used to do that with Stephen Craig at Motherwell, but it's amazing how throws on the right-hand side, every throw was right by a gate in the advertising hoardings, and he used to start at the back of the stand in Craigs and throw the ball. I'm sure he'll tell you that.
Muirhead takes it away by Crooks. Hearts enjoying their best spell of the match. The flip was by Rossi. Tavernier away. And goes Cowie. The omnipresent Don Cowie. Jonsson, a couple of opportunities.
Yeah, he seems to wait for it to come, Chris. Doesn't go towards attacking the ball, get his head over it. He just seems to wait for it, and that's a better header. That's a cracking header. Good save as well.
In fairness, off the free kick, I just wondered whether there was a little touch off a Rangers defender.
Just flicked off him, I think. Yeah, just flicked off him, but that's much better from Hearts. And at last we're seeing some action and shots on target.
It came off Kiernan, going back to the one you were discussing. saw the statistics flashed up on your screen there. Rangers with just the one attempt and no attempts on target. But these two sides will do it again. Look at a half's time at Ibrox. Before that, Rangers have got Aberdeen at home. Understandable that the talk is about the battle for second, involving Rangers, Hearts and Aberdeen in no particular order.
I'll tell you what, Hearts midfield players, Cowie in particular, gets forward really regularly and no one picks him up, not even the Rangers centre halves, and sometimes Rangers are like 4v4, sometimes 5v4 against at the back, if only Hearts could pick out the runner.
Tavernier. Here's Joom. Reras. Curving ball. Jonsson. And he had the presence of mind to take that down and then get into the shooting position potentially.
Oh, what a touch, and how unlucky is he here, Jonsson? Rangers maybe would have felt that was a high boot.
Yep. I'm surprised Craig didn't give that Craig Thompson. I just thought he might have been offside when the original ball came in, but that was the best bit of skill we've seen so far tonight.
You can see why Björn Jonsson is becoming a regular for Heart of Midlothian in his 5th successive start.
Here we go. Wonderful touch, and Foderingham smartly off his line.
Robbie Nielsen, understandable that he didn't want to talk about anything other than the game at hand. And the smoke signals seem to point to Milton Keynes being in his future. Dodo.
So he could give his last half-time team talk for Hearts. Just wonder what he's going to say.
Just a reminder, it's Partick Thistle against Celtic, Friday the 9th of December, 7:15 on the air, BT Sport 1, live from Firhill, action from the Ladbrokes Premiership. Scottish Football Extra prior to that as well, before all our Friday night matches in December. Reras. Well, Terry, what would you be saying if it were your half-time team talk?
Well, just keep going, look for the ball over Tavernier's head for Muirhead. There we go.
Jonsson, and it's Arno Joom, plenty of freedom. Halliday slowing him down, he deserves credit. Jonsson spoons it back in. Muirhead for Hearts. Robbie Muirhead. And well, he might celebrate his first goal for the club. Hearts have been in the ascendant and they've got the reward.
It's a huge goal, a timely goal just on half time. I'm thinking Joom should drive in there, and you think the chance is gone, and then he pops it out. It's a terrific ball in. I think it's Patterson, and Muirhead just gambled. Lovely touch from Jonsson. But Muirhead on that left-hand side just goes in, and I think it's a deserved lead for Hearts, Terry.
Well, without a shadow of a doubt, I was just about to say, what would Robbie Nielsen say? He'd say, get the ball in behind Tavernier, because Muirhead's got the beating of him. And you look at the ball that came across the face of that goal, Muirhead gets in behind Tavernier. Tavernier doesn't even look over his shoulder. The only time he looks over his shoulder is when the ball's past him and he realises Muirhead's in. And it's nothing less than Hearts deserve. Rangers have been very, very poor in the last 15 to 20 minutes. Hearts have been excellent.
It's a fair reflection of what we've seen. Jonsson again looking to work something. Here's Holt. Last minute of the half. Muirhead, by the way, scoring for the first time in a year. Last goal with Partick Thistle against Kilmarnock, November 2015. Well, there aren't many grounds like Tynecastle for atmosphere.
Listen to that. And do you know what, Derek? We're talking about what's Mark Warburton going to say at half-time. Well, he should give this Rangers team a rocket, because they have performed very, very poorly.
No shots on target, no real link-up play with Dodo. Tavernier looks as though he's dreaming there, especially for the goal. This has been very poor from Rangers. They started off not bad.
A mistake by Suter. Will there be a price to pay? Well, the shot came in from Forrester, deflection, and then Hamilton. And he grabs hold of it.
Was that the first shot on target? I think he's looking at squaring it, comes off the defender's heel, and Hamilton gets across well, doesn't punch it out, is able to gather it. That may have been the first shot on target. I don't even know if that was going on target.
We've almost had the 1 minute of added time. Jason Holtz. And it will be a free kick and a yellow card as well for Patterson. And that will be all for the first half. Robbie Muirhead, with the only goal of record, managed to win the race to the goal line. And Hearts, on the balance of it all, are good value for this current state of affairs. Rangers have some thinking to do on St Andrew's Day. Hearts 1, Rangers 0.
Ladbrokes, backing Scottish football on BT Sports.
It's getting very interesting. Now is the time to deliver.
We'll keep you up to date with all the goals on BT Sports Score.
Beautiful piece of skill. Scoring tries for fun. Nothing quite like Derby Day, whatever your allegiance is. And he's got one! He's got one!
Both these clubs desperate for a place alongside the big boys in round 3.
An accomplished performance for Lazio. Look at this acceleration. That is sharp, sharp, sharp. And you couldn't make this up.
I've had enough of this.
Imagine if you could just stop stuff when you wanted to.
Whoa, Carly. Carly!
With Coral's Cash Out My Bet, you decide when to blow the final whistle.
I'm cashing out.
Online or on your phone, you can cash out your bet with Coral.
Please bet responsibly.
Just can't wait for Christmas. At Argos, get great deals on hundreds of Christmas decorations, including Christmas trees, baubles and lights. And get these LG 4K smart TVs from only £395, our lowest prices ever. Plus, get great deals on big brand kitchen electricals, like this DeLonghi bean-to-cup coffee machine, our lowest price ever, only £179.99. Buy online today, delivered to you today. Go Argos.
The moment only exists because of all that comes before it. Jägermeister. It runs deep.
All right, guys.
Place your odds.
Second word.
This Christmas, be together even when you're apart. We have made our network even bigger and better, so we've got you covered. And take advantage of up to 40% off SIM-only bundles with our network satisfaction guarantee.
We all like people who make our journey easier. Who do things without expecting anything in return. Who don't think, just act. And our cabin crew don't change when they put on their uniform. Our people make us. Monarch. Find your next flight or holiday at monarch.co.uk. Atoll protected.
Presenting the Shiatsu Max 2.0 from Homedics, proudly #1 for home massages. Choose from Shiatsu or rolling style massage for full upper or lower back, to the spot setting to focus on a particular area, plus the seat even massages your upper legs and thighs. Designed to mimic a massage therapist's hands and provide an enhanced lumbar massage, the Shiatsu Max 2.0 is great for people who suffer from tension in their muscles. Now half price, so cool, go online or visit these leading stores to order yours today.
Good morning. Can I help you?
We're here to switch banks.
Let's grab a seat.
Our old bank in Bedrock is okay, but they're still living in the Stone Age.
Well, the good news is we give you £100 when you switch your current account to us.
Well, that sounds great.
Any idea what you're going to spend your £100 on?
I've got it. Something to improve the performance of my car. That's better.
Ladbrokes, backing Scottish football on BT Sport.
Welcome back. Hearts are leading at the break here. Plenty to tell you about on our channel on Saturday on BT Sport 1. From 2:30 p.m. you can see BT Sport Score with Mark Pugach. At 5 p.m. another London derby, West Ham against Arsenal in the Premier League, also available in ultra high definition. And then Premier League tonight is 8 p.m. with Jake and all the team. Kevin Thompson, Michael Stewart and Stephen Craigan have been watching on here as Hearts 1, Rangers 0 at the break, and Michael have been well worth their lead, haven't they?
I mean, that is a thoroughly dominant performance from Hearts. They've outplayed Rangers in every aspect of the game. The only thing we were talking about during that first half was that up until about 35 minutes, it hadn't really troubled Fotheringham a great deal, but then from that point on, they got a number of strikes off on goal and then a fantastic time to get the goal right before half-time. A really, really good performance from Hearts in the first half.
Well-worked goal as well, wasn't it?
Well, it was. You know, Jonsson all night long has been a handful, whether it's running in behind, whether it's crosses into the box. But the whole demeanour of what Hearts are doing, they're on the front foot. They really sense that Rangers are here for the taking. That's an incredible ball. The only slight disappointment for Rangers, Tavernier as the right back, at some stage has to open his shoulder blades up a little bit. He has to look to see if there's anybody behind him. He's closed at all times, so any ball over his left shoulder is going to leave him in all sorts of trouble. Let's not take anything away from Jonsson. That is a terrific cross. I think he's just put it into an area, and Robbie Muirhead has made it a terrific ball. A great link-up play.
It doesn't even have to really open up a great deal. This is a shove as well, but that could easily have been a penalty. Not marking the runner, matching the runner that comes in. An unbelievable ball from Jonsson. But Tavernier, he doesn't even have to open his body a great deal. Just check your shoulders, turn your head.
Rangers have struggled to deal with Jonsson all night though, haven't they?
Yeah, he's been terrific. First and foremost, Hearts have been terrific. Right through the park, really, 1 to 11. I don't think there's been any poor performances. A wee bit unsung hero, I think Don Cowy's been terrific. I think he's made a lot of forward runs that's really caused us back four problems with his movement. Jonsson's been a handful all night. I think Jamie Walker's becoming a real top player. And
there doesn't seem to be a way out for Rangers. They're pressing them high and they don't have an answer. Hearts are creating these chances, as Michael said, after 35 minutes.
Fair play to Hearts, been on that front foot. I think first and foremost Johnson's been on the front foot, but they've also picked up second balls, which has been really important. I think Callum Patterson's been up on it.
Tom, you know, look, we've played midfield. When you're getting suffocated, and I spoke about this before the game, especially at a game at a park like Tynecastle, you've got to have a threat in behind. You've got to stretch the opposition to create a bit of space in the middle of the park. Rangers are playing right into Hearts' hands.
Is this slightly amateurish, Stephen? Should someone block the run?
It's just a simple ball into the box. Rangers must be anticipating a longer one, so they're leaving the front area free. Then he suddenly nicks into the front area. Rangers have brought upon themselves their own problems because they're overplaying. The message should have been in the first 10 minutes, play it long, play in their half, try and be in the ascendancy. Because they've continually played Fotheringham, Wilson, Kiernan, taking too many touches, overplaying, all it's done is get this Hearts crowd up and pushing the team forward.
This is, you know, one of the criticisms that we spoke about before the game that Robbie's been getting is the team's been too laboured, too laborious, not quick enough. This is exactly the sort of performance that you would expect most games at Tynecastle.
OK, well, Hearts have dominated that first half in terms of chances, and they got the goal. Robbie Muirhead, great moment for him. So much focus on Robbie Neilson tonight, perhaps his last game in charge. Well, he's getting the performance that he wanted. Big second 45 on the way next.
Ladbrokes, backing Scottish football on BT Sport.
Every single game I feel a little bit left out as I have to turn and face the stands. Still every every single game I'm taking part.
Because I place the bet on you that your team will lose this fixture, and there's nothing that your keeper can do, as it totally clicks in off the bar.
That's the Spirit Steward, Paddy Power, you beauty.
When we're out, it doesn't matter where you're from. We belong everywhere.
At Marbles, we work hard to accept you and put you in control, even if you have a poor credit history. So get your application rolling at marbles.com today.
Take that picture from that frame. I'll put it in my pocket so that every day you're with me. I'll keep you close to my heart, and we'll be back before you know.
At the Cotswold Company, our customers love how we mix exceptional quality with extraordinary value. Affordable furniture, handmade for your home, with deliveries and returns at no extra cost. So you can sit back and enjoy a stress-free experience from beginning to end. These aren't our words, they're yours. See for yourself at cotswoldcompany.com.
The wizard entered New York with a case full of creatures.
Time is running out. Fantastic beasts and where to find them.
Big night, eh?
Big day. See, the boss is going to dump a mountain of work on my desk, expected sorted within an hour, before I race to a meeting, do a massive presentation, rush back to work, plough through the sales reports, covering for Jonesy as usual, then dinner with the in-laws.
Big days start with Barocca.
What's this? What's this? There's color everywhere. What's this? There's white things in the air.
With Argos Fast Track, get same-day delivery. Or collect in store in as little as 60 seconds. Buy online today, get it today. Just can't wait for Christmas. Go Argos.
Is this being in the moment? Don't stop what you're doing to capture what you're doing.
GoPro, start recording.
Good morning. Can I help you?
We're here to switch banks.
Let's grab a seat.
Our old bank in Bedrock is okay, but they're still living in the Stone Age.
Well, the good news is we give you £100 when you switch your current account to us.
Well, that sounds great.
Any idea what you're going to spend your £100 on?
I've got it. Something to improve the performance of my car. That's better.
Will it be group supremacy?
In the as it stands table, it goes to the final day.
British pride on the line.
David Silva was there with an important touch. Fabulous.
Europa calling.
Kane took that beautifully.
The adventure goes on.
Leicester are confirmed as winners of the group.
And all the goals. The UEFA Champions League, exclusively live on BT Sports.
Ladbrokes, backing Scottish football on BT Sports.
Here we go for the second half as Robbie Nielsen watches on. Can his team deliver the 3 points he wants, perhaps before he says goodbye tonight? Back over to your commentators, Terry Butcher, Chris Sutton and Derek Ray.
Yes, thanks again, Darryl. Mark Warburton hoping to record his 50th win as Rangers manager, but the Ibrox club up against it here in Edinburgh. There's the goal scorer, Robbie Muirhead. His first for Hearts. Teams have been back out for a few seconds. The officials have joined us now. Greg Thompson, the referee. Remember, if Hearts win, they'll jump ahead of both Aberdeen and Rangers in the Premiership table. It will be Rangers playing towards their own supporters in the Roseburn stand in the second half. Words of Mark Warburton, no doubt, still ringing in the ears of the players. So away they go. Hearts deservedly in front. Will there be a Rangers fight back, or can the Jambos build on what they've already constructed? Lee Wallace channeling there with Jamie Walker.
Yeah, the Hearts players are surrounding Craig Thompson and saying that should have been a card, and I think that they are right. And that was a bookable offence, Terry.
Yeah, he was away, wasn't he? He was away down the right-hand side with a chance to put a cross in or a pass into the box, and even though it was early in the match, in the second half, that still warranted a yellow card, so they've got every justification now.
Muirhead takes it, no trajectory, unable to pick out a teammate. In there by Suter, Cowie. Inside flag has gone up.
I hate that when the ball's getting played back into the box. The striker just lazy, thinking he's not going to get it, and then he's offside. I never saw Chris Sutton offside from a position like that. Did you, Chris?
Yeah, many times.
Comes off Harry Forrester. And goes Andy Halliday.
What was interesting at half-time, Derek, we didn't get any smoked salmon sandwiches on a platter for Terry. There was a pie incident where Terry put his hand in the pie box and got the small pie. And he's quite upset about it.
Yeah, it was the healthy option.
Vegetarian.
Yeah, unfortunately. With a name like Butcher, I'm never a vegetarian.
Johnson. Jumping up with him was Kiernan. Walker. Creating space for himself, Jamie Walker. Real power behind the shot. It's fine work prior to that from Muirhead.
It's too easy from Rangers' point of view. He comes inside two players, not one, two players. The shot's not the best, does test the goalkeeper, but Rangers haven't started the second half at all.
Walker. And he won't escape punishment. Free kick.
They're all arguing amongst themselves, the Rangers players. This is definitely a free kick. But the Rangers players are arguing amongst themselves, who should do this, who should do that. There should be a few just saying, you do this, you do that, do your jobs. But that's unfortunate at this moment, Rangers aren't.
But they have no focal point, Terry. Was speaking at half-time about Dodu as a centre-forward. He's not a target type, someone you can hit.
It doesn't stick, does it, Chris?
Holt. Here's Dodu. Something to help the ball on its way. Hume. Wilson taking the run off the ball. Wilson and Fodringham. Offside as the verdict here. Flag raised by David McGeehee. Stand side assistant referee. Have already started work on that main stand. Should all be finished just under a year's time. It cost them around £12 million refurbishment. Suter. Goal kick it is. John Suter, former Dundee United player.
If you've got any hope, if you're a Rangers fan, I think Rangers have got 9 points from losing positions this season.
Hume. Muirhead. Hume. And Jamie Walker. There's Callum Patterson. That searching ball, but Fodringham fields it for Rangers. Now, what's the referee going to do here? Craig Thompson saw no transgression. Reiras still down. It was Forrester, his direct opponent.
It's good hands from Fodringham up to the edge of the box. And I think that's a foul on Forrester.
In American football, that would be called pass interference. But we're not playing American football, as you would say, Chris.
Or rugby.
Or rugby. Although that was a rugby tackle as well.
Reiras requiring treatment. Karen Gibson, the part of Midlothian physiotherapist.
I'd have been proud of that tackle, actually. Just if I couldn't get it with my feet, I got it with my hands.
That's went through a sticky patch recently. It seemed to coincide with the absence of Faisal Reiras. Signed a 3-year deal with the club in June. Tavernier. Cowie. The booze of Rob Kiernan. 5 minutes into the second half. 1-0 to Hearts.
How long, Terry, before Mark Warburton makes a change?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm just thinking 5 minutes gone. I've probably seen enough by now if I was the Rangers manager, and just say, right, come on, let's make the change. Having said that, Dodu will probably go and score, but Rangers have no momentum going forward. There's no playing nice little short passes, but there's no long balls up, no sticking, can't get out, under pressure all the time.
Clever pass it was from Joom. Walker slips it through. Joom again. Patterson all along the ground. Launched by Fodringham. You see that too often from Rangers. Crooks. Misdirected pass. Rossi. Wilson has been everywhere in attack. Rangers trying to get onto the front foot. Miller. Miller. Shot is on here. Hamilton. Dodu. Equaliser for Rangers. Joe Dodu has done it for the second match running. Hang on. Offside flag is up, and that will not count. Well, it was a full-scale celebration. We did wonder if there was a whiff of offside about this.
Yeah, it's all kicking off down in the technical area as well. Mark Warburton absolutely furious. But I think he's offside. I think there's interference. Hamilton can't see the ball clearly, so he has to be interfering, Terry.
Yeah, I think that's right. He's right in front of the goalkeeper. The ball goes that side as well. He can't make any adjustment. Can Jack Hamilton, the players in front of him, yes, offside. I mean, the player doesn't actually make any physical effort to get to the ball, but that's not the point. He's in the line of the goalkeeper. He's affecting the goalkeeper's decision. Offside.
Goal annulled.
I have to say, I thought Hamilton should have done better initially with the first shot. I don't think there was enough purchase on it to parry it. Could have caught it.
We did say Dodu might score, and he certainly did, but it was disallowed. But surely now, Rangers now should be fired up with that. Be fired up with anger, fired up with saying, well, look, we got through. Good play, good switch of play. Actually won the opportunity for Rangers. So they should take heart from that.
Well, a talking point. Kenny Miller here was Hamilton. That's what you were discussing, Chris. Dodu with a fine finish, but
takes a little deflection as well, doesn't it? But the keeper's eye line is blocked.
The officials all working together.
That's a terrific take from Dodu and finish.
I mean, Hamilton should have palmed that either away from the goal or right to the edge of the box.
Joom for Jonsson. Those two developed an excellent understanding. Björn Jonsson. Stumble was by Kiernan. And the finished shot from Jonsson, forcing Fodringham into action.
No, he's been a handful, hasn't he, Jonsson? Direct at times. Little shift there. I think Fodringham should do better. Like to see Jonsson go across goal in that situation, Terry.
Yeah, he gets the ball too easy. Kiernan doesn't do enough doesn't close him down. The shot wasn't the best of shots, where Foderingham had to put it behind for a corner.
Rossi up from the back, being watched by Dodo. Taken by Muirhead. Dodo, important touch it was. And Miller and Holt. Kitchen with him. Muirhead getting right on top of Kenny Miller. Getting a bit frustrated there.
Should that not be a card?
Yeah, I think Craig's been a bit astute there, if anything, by saying, well, if I do give a card here, yes, definitely comes off Kenny Miller. Gets a bit frustrated. Well, you've seen those been given a yellow card. I've got a few yellow cards like that, as must say.
And a few red ones.
Long throw by Patterson. Foderingham. Safe pair of hands. Quick fire stop. That direct ball again from Foderingham. To go back to Dodo and the goal that didn't count in the end. David McGeehee, the assistant referee, helping out Craig Thompson. Took 13 seconds to put his flag up.
Better be late than never, I suppose. But, it was the right decision without a shadow of a doubt. But you see the Hearts players go. I think that's what Rangers weren't happy with.
And that's not going to help Hearts. But it does come down to interpretation. This was Dodo. Forrester right in front of the goalkeeper. Rossi went over to David McGeehee. Flag up then.
Yeah, I think that's what the Hearts players, what the Rangers players were not happy about, that they went over and protested and he raised his flag.
Now Kenny Miller passes by Forrester. Miller runs out of green space and hears it from the Hearts fans in the Wheatfield stand. Kenny Miller, Edinburgh born. Michael O'Halloran doing a bit of limbering up as we speak.
I think the few of the Rangers players could do with some limbering up as well on the pitch.
I'm glad you said that, Terry.
Well, yeah, I'll get a bit of stick for that, I'm sure, but I think that's right. I mean, you know, they've just shown that when they do pass the ball well, they get opportunities.
Jum and Jonsson, it's that combination again for Heart of Midlothian. Walker. Suter. Chisel pass. Cowie was able to get forward. His progress being monitored by Kiernan.
He's always getting forward, Cowie, and you know Rangers really finding it hard to contain him, let alone Jonsson and June.
Patterson. Contract with Hearts up at the end of the season. Many feel that he will be sold on in January. Time will tell. Corner it'll be to Hearts. Robbie Muirhead's goal on the cusp of the half-time interval represents the difference. Rangers have the ball in the net thanks to Joe Dodo, but chopped off. Muirhead. It was headed on by Patterson. Jonsson's not going to get there.
Yeah, I think Jonsson's saying he had his shirt tugged. But Rangers haven't looked comfortable, have they, defending these set pieces? See, there is a little hand on his shirt, but not enough. You've got to be careful with that one, though, Terry.
Yeah, they have a couple of spare men, Rangers, in the space, but they've been unable to affect the corner. The balls have always seemed to bypass them where it's man for man. So they do run that risk.
Jonsson for Arno Jum. One way, then the other. Cowie, who's been everywhere, just as you were saying seconds ago, Terry.
Yeah, a good break as well from Hearts, and Rangers struggling. Apart from that disallowed goal, they've hardly been out of their half in this second period.
High energy performance by Hearts. Callum Patterson wants to get forward. Walker right across the face of goal, and Muirhead again. Robbie Muirhead of the double. Well, it might could be Robbie Nielsen's last match as head coach. Is he going to go out in style? 2 for Hearts, 2 for Muirhead.
Yeah, once again, thoroughly deserved from Hearts. Walk has a look along the line, stays onside, and it is a tantalising ball, isn't it? Across the goal, Muirhead again gambles in at the far post, and just he can't miss from there, can he? But a terrific ball from Walker. And Hearts totally dominant.
Well, once again, the ball to the far post. Where's Tavernier? Nowhere near. It's gone for a cup of tea. Muirhead, the simplest of tap-ins. Great ball across the face of the goal, and you can see that coming as well. Rangers awful at the back. If I was Mark Warburton next week, I'll be just working on that back four. Balls across the face of the goal, and Tavernier especially. Mark, your man. Your man has scored 2 goals. What are you going to do about it? And Rob Keenan was the only one that got a hold of Tavernier, and he must have said as well, buck your ideas up with 2 down thanks to you.
Substitution, as you would have seen from that graphic. Michael O'Halloran is on for Harry Forrester. Robbie Muirhead on the hour mark. Well, it's got even more difficult for Rangers.
Yeah, he hasn't scored 1 goal, then all of a sudden 2 goals come along. This unbelievable.
He hasn't scored since November of last year in club football. His first goals for Hearts. He won't soon forget his contribution. Patterson fires it away. As we told you at the start of the half, a win for Hearts would see them jump ahead of both Aberdeen and Rangers in the table.
This is a huge game. See that man in the picture. Is it his last game for Hearts? But for Rangers, you know, question marks. Have they been papering over the cracks, scraping home the last couple of weeks with results, showing a little bit of character, but only beaten, I think, 1 team in the top 6 this season, Terry. That's not good enough.
No, it hasn't been good enough tonight. There's going to take some miraculous recovery to pull this one out of the fire, because they're just really second best at everything all over the park as well. They've not got their passing game going. They're sloppy. They're not marking and doing their job at the back. Can't get the ball up front, so it's going to take some recovery to get back into this game.
That's where Wilson is saying to Dodo, you've got to show for me, and he doesn't show as a centre forward should. He offers nothing in terms of a focal point.
Barry Kitchen is being hounded by Matt Crooks. Hasn't been active enough though, Crooks. Rossi's pass from the back, away by Tavernier, and then knocked on its way by Halliday. June. Walker. Jason Holt getting close to him. Suter striding forward with purpose. Muirhead. Showed too much of it to the pacey O'Halloran, Reras, and now Suter. Calm on the ball, John Suter. That was brilliant. And Jonsson pulling the trigger. Fodringham pushing it away. Crooks. Dodo. So we've got to get numbers back now. Joe Dodo, Perry Kitchen, lost his man. They couldn't slide it home, Rangers. They had Jason Holt at the tail end of that move.
This is great pace by Dodo, does really well here. Gets the ball across. And that's a great block as well. Muirhead, yeah. He scored 2 goals and just virtually denied Rangers a goal there. Wonderful play.
Holt.
But that run from Dodo is what he's good at, Terry. When he faces people up and drives, that's his strength. He is not a focal point, someone who will bring other players into the game. That's what that man in the picture, Joe Garner, was bought for.
Yeah, Rangers got a gamble here. 4-2-4, I would go. Just push men forward, just have a go, see if he can test his Hearts. But that was Suter that came forward and made that lovely opportunity for Hearts there. Just Hearts attacking at will. Even the centre half's gone up there and producing some skills.
Joe Garner and Barry Mackay will be the players to come on. Second half only action areas, painting a pretty picture as far as Heart of Midlothian are concerned.
That surprises me, the action areas, because the goal on half-time, my feeling, Terry, was that Rangers would come out of the traps with that goal that Hart scored and start really quickly.
Well, they didn't, did they? They didn't at all, and Hearts got possession. But then Rangers did score the goal from a good bit of play, but they lose the ball as they have done here too frequently. Look at that, here we go again.
There's Walker. Tony Walker. Rangers looking a bit dishevelled. Craig Thompson. A very scruffy passage of play, I must say. But it comes to an end here. June didn't feel he had done anything wrong at all. Rangers have no option but to get on with it. Kieran. Halliday. Holt. That short pass for O'Halloran. Craig Thompson was close to the incident. Muirhead again having to put in a shift defensively. Reras initially with O'Halloran.
Yeah, that was a foul, and a good chance now for Rangers to put a ball into the box, and they're going to put their two substitutes on now.
Stephen Finney there, the fourth official with the electronic board. Dodo's going to be one of the players trotting off. Getting the start tonight, did have the ball in the net, but not counting. Here comes the much criticised Joe Garner. And that's it for Crooks. His first Rangers start. Barry Mackay will be the player to try to make a difference anyway. Halliday at the controls. Rangers a need of inspiration, not finding it there. Jack Hamilton comfortably.
No, when Rangers did need a good delivery into the box, it was straight through to the goalkeeper, no challenge, no pressure. It just sums up Rangers at the moment. Just they need something. They're still going to stick to the same system, but Mackay is the one that's just got into midfield, just playing in behind Garner. Miller out to the left and O'Halloran out to the right, so this doesn't really change the system much, but it's just different personnel, and I'm sure Mark Warburton will be hoping for a goal. In the next 10 minutes, Rangers have got to get one back.
Throw taken by Callum Patterson. Pulled it on by Garner. Rossi missing out the midfield area. Wilson. Cowie back in there. So head tennis. Tavernier and Miller. Well, did he catch that one? It was still in play. Apparently not. Craig Thompson said over the touchline throw in, you be the judge.
With the Craig Thompson saying good catch. He was well in play and took it out. And it's Craig congratulating him there, Terry.
It was only two hands as well. Unbelievable. But now in American football, would that have been a touchdown?
Or basketball.
Basketball.
Zoom and space now for Muirhead. O'Halloran just about came off for him.
Is there another sporting comparison we can have? We've had rugby, American football, basketball tonight.
Well, you never know. Hurling, Gaelic football might come up. Oh dear.
Tavernier. Cowie. Would have to be Don Cowie. Doing the pressing. It's an uphill climb for Rangers. Unbeaten in 5. In the last 2 matches, thanks to stoppage time goals. It's Dundee and Partick Thistle. Garner linking the play. O'Halloran have the legs to get there. Not the touch, however. And it was Muirhead dropping back. And that will be a free kick. Have to be. Taken quickly. Wallace. Mackay. Tavernier and Garner heads it back, and Holt. Cowie for Joom. Looks around him. Composed play by Arnaud Joom.
Well, I'll tell you what, Derek, people can say what they like about Garner, but he is a target man. He knows how to peel away, as he did there, and that was an opportunity for Rangers.
Yeah, it certainly was. It was a great ball to the far post as well, and headed it down for the shot from Holt that was blocked. But yeah, clever player. I thought he would start from the game. I mean, that's a decision that's backfired. And having said that, Dodu did score the goal that was disallowed, but that was an unbelievable decision from the assistant.
Walker up against Wallace. Here's Cowie. And Cowie is always wrong side of the line. Don't forget, it's Scottish Football Extra Friday, 7 o'clock. BT Sport 2 will be live from Tannadice. And Dundee United against Hibernian, the two biggest clubs in the Championship, going head-to-head. 7:30, BT Sport 2 on Friday. Partick Thistle Celtic in the Premiership, 9th of December, 7:15. BT Sport 1 for that game. Johnson. Kiernan. Frottingham unable to prevent the corner.
Dear, oh dear.
David Weir still talking us over there with Stephen Finney. I wonder if that goes back to
well, if it
the
was,
goal from
if
earlier.
it was at the other end, Derek, then, you know, there would be the same. However they got to the decision, it was the right decision. There's no point moaning about it. Rangers just haven't performed well enough tonight. Concentrate on the things that they can control.
Walker with the corner. Tavernier with a header away. Cowie. Suter. Back to front. Thumbs up from Johnson. He liked the idea anyway, if not the execution.
Why do players do that? Put the thumbs up when the ball's about 10 yards away from them. What are you saying? You're celebrating poor passing or lack of skill?
Kenny Miller, hoping to change the angle of attack. Kiernan. Holt for Tavernier, but it's all been in front of the Hearts defenders. Rangers have passed it around. Nielsen's men on course for victory as things stand. A shot on the arm, the triumph over Motherwell at the weekend. Nielsen had gone wide. That's over there. Wallace. Mackay. Challenge coming in from Walker. Now Patterson, Wallace out of position. Joom wants it. It's over vigorous from Patterson. And Wallace gets his head to it this time.
I don't think he meant the ball to be passed into Joom there with Patterson, but he fired it into them. He nearly got control of it. He nearly had the ball there. If he just rolled him an easy ball, he's in the box with the ball at his feet. You never know what's going to happen, but he's done well, Patterson, down this right-hand side. If you notice, when he breaks forward and he's towards the Rangers' byline, towards the goal line, as soon as he loses the ball, he gets back.
Adam Patterson time again. Long throw. There's Walker. Releasing it. I don't think anyone was sure what he was going to do. Probably Walker included. Muirhead. Pokes it through. No penalty. Not given. Relas is livid.
Well, he gets wrong side, doesn't he? And as the ball goes through, my initial reaction is penalty. And I think there is enough contact. O'Halloran, from O'Halloran, He gets in. I think there's enough contact there. That should have been a penalty.
He does make the most of it, Chris, to be fair, but there was contact there. He did take his touch inside, and then he went down. We've seen them given numerous times, more given than not given, but Mr. Thompson there must be feeling sorry for Rangers because he didn't give it.
You normally can gauge from a player's reaction, and O'Halloran just gets in a terrible position. Reras just carries his run on. This is a good angle, contact there on the left ankle, penalty. Craig Thompson, once again this season, another poor decision, Craig.
75 minutes we're waiting for this.
There's Arno Hume. John Sousa. Just showed too much of it. In the end to Kiernan and then followed through, and because of that there's going to be trouble for Sousa. Yellow card is out.
You could say that challenge wasn't suitable.
And there it is now, officially handed out.
Just overruns it, doesn't he, Terry?
Yeah,
Goes through, he is a little bit late.
He does. Kiernan could have made the most of that as well. He probably might have got him sent off, you know, because he went in there. His studs weren't up, probably not a red card, but it was a bit reckless, so it does suit one of the criteria. It's pretty lenient tonight, is Craig.
Contorting his body there, Patterson, damage done. John Sousa. Showed too much of it. In the end to Kiernan and then followed through, and because of that there's going to be trouble for Sousa. Yellow card is out.
You could say that challenge wasn't suitable.
And there it is now, officially handed out.
Just overruns it, doesn't he, Terry?
Yeah,
Goes through, he is a little bit late.
He does. Kiernan could have made the most of that as well. He probably might have got him sent off, you know, because he went in there. His studs weren't up, probably not a red card, but it was a bit reckless, so it does suit one of the criteria. It's pretty lenient tonight, is Craig.
Contorting his body there, Patterson, damage done.
It's one of those nights for Hearts, isn't it? Everything's going their way.
We are inside the final quarter of an hour. Robbie Muirhead, the big story. It was a different Robbie everyone was talking about before a ball was kicked this evening. Muirhead's been kicked. Kiernan had gone sliding over there.
I think Hearts wanted the free kick. Craig Thompson has just lost it in the last few minutes.
There's been lots of little tackles like that, hasn't there? Lots of bitty ankle taps and challenges as usual in the Scottish Premiership. There's no challenge that's shirked. Everybody goes steaming in, sometimes a bit reckless, sometimes a bit hot-headed.
Prince Boabin is on for Hearts, and that's it from Muirhead. A standing ovation for 20-year-old Robbie Muirhead. 2 goals tonight. Will that be good enough for Heart of Midlothian? It's looking that way. Sousa, Hamilton. Hume made that look ridiculously simple. Here's Prince Boabin.
He's running the show now, Hume, isn't he? Every time the ball comes to him, he holds it up. Rangers players can't get the ball off him, and he's keeping the ball in the Rangers half all the time.
And Walker's just gone out to that left-hand side for Hearts with Boabin off the right.
Patterson, the latest Hearts throw. Halliday has got to the ball ahead of Arno Hume. Tavernier going to get a thump. Warburton still believes Rangers can take something, but my goodness, they're leaving it late.
And he'll just be thinking, Terry, won't he? Next goal, the next goal, if Hearts get it, the game is over. Another goal, well, a goal from Rangers would give them a little bit of hope, but I just can't see it, Terry.
No, they just had the one real fluent attack, and that came from Hamilton making the shot, ball falling to Dodu, and the goal disallowed. But that's about it. That's about it on target. I'd like to see the amount of shots and efforts that Rangers have had, particularly on target, but Hearts must be at least 3 or 4 times the amount of Rangers.
Kieran and Fodringham. Robin didn't ever get tightly onto the goalkeeper. Holt. Halliday misplayed that. Here's Björn Jonsson. Cowie was making the run through. Wilson shepherding. Fodringham rolls it out. Barry Mackay. Rangers have used their full complement of substitutes. Through pass there by Halliday, Garner and Hamilton.
He's got a reputation for this, Joe Garner. He's not going to get near that. Did drop it though.
Yeah, he did drop it, but I mean, I don't think Joe Garner saw that. He just went in, and at the end of the day, you want your striker to do something like that, just to try and get your players going, just to try and unsettle the goalkeeper. He'll think twice about coming out at the feet of Joe Garner next time. Bit of the old-fashioned sort of system there, but the Rangers are clinging, clutching at straws here. They're trying to do something. They're trying to get forward. They push forwards up the pitch. Garner makes a good run. The ball's not to match. Rangers just really, really poor going forward. Very poor.
Kiernan forced into the wide area. Joom. Reras. Joom. Reras whips it in. Bring him forward.
Even that pass there, he's so isolated, Garner is.
He picks himself up. It's Garner against Rossi. Igor Rossi, the Brazilian. Certainly lost a very good friend, Josimar, in the tragedy that the football world was reflecting on yesterday. It has been today as well. O'Halloran runs out of space. Rossi's going to need a bit of assistance. Let's want to make a change. Anyway, Liam Smith is preparing to come on. Wincing there, Rossi. Liam Smith, a 20-year-old from Dalgety Bay, product of the Hearts Academy.
I think I'd have been embarrassed if I ever went down for cramp, I must say, because I knew that if I went down for cramp, the coaches would make me run the next week to make sure I was fit enough for the following week.
Danny Wilson, unaware of the presence of Björn Jonsson. Garner. Reras and Walker. Garner. And still. He's going to win the free kick. There's a combative side to Joe Garner.
He fights for this. He's no right. Two against one. Battles away, gets it, gets his arm across people, and then he goes down. You don't mind your centre forward doing that. What would have been the difference if he'd been on from the start of the match, let alone coming on late in the second half?
Well, John Cowie is going off here. And my goodness, they appreciate his efforts. He's something of a workaholic as footballers go. He's demonstrated that tonight. And on will come Liam Smith. He's joined the Hearts setup at the age of 14. He's 20 now. Came on as a substitute against Motherwell at the weekend after starting the previous 2 games. Tavernier, and it bounces around. It could easily have ended up at the back of the net. It will be a corner here.
Did that come off Smith?
I think it might have done.
My first touch, nearly an own goal.
It did ultimately, yeah. Tune and Smith. Tavernier. It was Rossi with a header. Tavernier, Kitchen. Launching it. Terry Kitchen, but there's nobody in the vicinity for Hearts. And it was quite the Rangers' late show against Partick Thistle on Saturday.
I think that man, Mark Warburton, seeing Robbie Nielsen in the picture, he'll be a happy man, won't he? But in the middle of the park, Rangers have passed the ball really poorly.
It's a pivotal game in terms of second place. Remember, likewise Rangers against Aberdeen on Saturday. Rangers host Hearts the following weekend. Danny Wilson. His Hearts in his past. Most emerged as a Rangers player though. Tavernier's free kick.
Well, if Rangers could just score now and have at least have a chance and a shot and get the ball up the other end, then they'd just give them a little bit of time. But their passing, getting forward, their link-up play, the strikers has been very, very poor tonight.
Another in with Reras. Rossi. And that one almost cleared the roof of the main stand. It's on its way back down now. There we go. Kiernan. Garner was waiting on the edge of the penalty area. Wilson. Garner is battling it out with Patterson. Mackay. Tavernier. Rossi has succeeded in picking out Prince Boivin. Cool play by Boivin. Smith, not the ball he had in mind. If he'd been with us for the entire 86 minutes, I have to conclude that 2-0 Hearts is a pretty accurate reflection.
It is. I think Connor Salmon's just about to come on. They might have just gone back into the dugout, but I think he's going to come on for Johnson up front. But there's been a lot of Hearts heroes tonight, the whole team.
Jason Holt, Kenny Miller. Holt went down. He was up there in the advanced position. Miller. Mackay. Lee Wallace. And Barry Mackay keeps going. Goal kick it'll be.
Powder puff in that final third, Terry. See Suter getting round, reading the play well and making the challenge, but not enough from Rangers as they've been going forward.
Apart from the goal that was disallowed, was that Rangers, that ricochet, was that Rangers' nearest effort on target? Second half?
That sums things up, doesn't it? But when they can't play through the midfield, they don't have their passing game, they need that different option. They didn't have it with Dodo. I think Garner's come on, and he's been a bit of a handful, but there's nothing wrong with missing out that midfield at times.
You have to sometimes, and someone like Garner can hold it up as well. He's strong, he's competitive, he's a leader up there for me. But you know, that's up to Mark Warburton to make that decision, which he did, and he didn't get anything from Dodo apart from that disallowed goal. Great finish, unfortunately it was disallowed.
Patterson, now Bjorn Jönsson offside. Flag going up, flag of Alan Mulvaney. Hearts are going to bring on Christian Novak in the dying embers of this game. 22-year-old Polish defender. His first appearance for the club.
I think Connor Salmon actually was out there talking to Robbie Nielsen with his shirt off, and then he's just been sent back in, so he nearly got on the pitch.
Nearly, yeah.
I wouldn't have been happy with that, would you, Chris?
It's all been very predictable from Rangers in the final third. And they know they're going to have to improve upon this when Aberdeen come to Govan on Saturday.
I bet it's one of the easiest games the Hearts centre-halves have had all season.
Again for Garner. There's Hamilton. Kiernan's header. Garner. Reras. Garner. Effective use of the ball. O'Halloran. Jet-heeled attacker. Walker. And the corner conceded in the final minute of normal time.
And that's the tempo Rangers should have played at all game, but it's just taken right until the 90th minute to do it.
Tavernier and Garner! Oh, it's headed off the line! Reras! Well, he's picked up an injury. He's taken one for the team. Looked as though it might be net bound.
That was Garner. Garner header.
Tremendous header, wasn't it, from Garner?
Well cleared off the line as well. And Connor Salmon eventually, he went back in. He must have had to change his shirt and come back out again, but he's coming on.
Yeah, looked as though it was going to be Novak, but now it will be Connor Salmon. And Bjorn Jonsson, he deserves the applause he's getting from the Hearts fans. And Connor Salmon for the last few seconds.
What a tremendous block on the line from Ruras as well.
Yeah, he's struggling as well, Ruras, in the penalty area. He's finding it hard to walk. A couple of the players in the Hearts back four just got cramped, but he looks as though he's got a knock. But what a clearance that was. That was a goal all the way.
There's going to be a minimum of 4 added minutes. James Tavernier. Garner creates room for himself. Misses the target.
It's amazing that in that penalty area, he gets the ball to his feet, does everything well, takes the shot just a bit too quickly, Chris. I think just snatches at it there, it's out of his reach, slices it, it goes wide. He could have scored 2 goals in the last 20 seconds.
This is the header, he attacks it brilliantly, must think he scored. Terrific clearance. And on the post.
Faisal Reras, Belgian-born but a Moroccan international.
Too little, too late from Rangers' point of view. Great corner as well. Great header. And has someone gone down and up front? I think there's that Garner. Garner's gone down.
There's Joe Garner.
Yep. He's just gone down. Rossi tangled with Rossi.
Yep. Patterson, and then he grabbed hold of the shirt of Joe Garner. Didn't like what was being dished out.
He loves a scrap, doesn't he?
I don't mind that. I don't mind that. You like that as well. You played like that. You know, bang. I think he's trying to get his elbow up there, but Patterson's a big guy.
Oh. Has nudged him in the back, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, there's only one Robbie Nielsen. The Hearts fans are singing. Is it going to be his last act as Heart of Midlothian head coach? And Budge, who has only won the respect of so many around Scottish football. Craig Levein, the director of football at Hearts. Has the decision already been taken? We don't know that. Certainly nothing official was ever going to be announced tonight in terms of Robbie Nielsen and MK Dons. But it would be the perfect send-off, wouldn't it?
Well, I think that the Hearts' performance has been outstanding. It would be fitting if it was Robbie Nielsen's last performance. I think he's done a fantastic job. He's lifted this club up, got them in the top league, successful last season. third, and he would be a big loss when you see this Hearts team play in this manner.
He wouldn't bet against Hearts finishing second. I know Aberdeen and Rangers will have something to say, but he wouldn't mind them. You know, you'd say, well, on this performance and a lot more to come as well from Hearts, that they could easily get second position.
Wallace, Miller, and Barry Mackay. Tavernier, speculative ball in there. Rangers haven't fired properly in front of goal. Jason Holt on that occasion. It's going to be Robbie Nielsen's night. St Andrew's Day in the Scottish capital. The Rangers knew it wasn't going to be easy. A fired up Heart of Midlothian. A maroon masterpiece. Fully deserved this Hearts win. It might well be Robbie Nielsen's last game in charge. Well, they might applaud. Mark Warburton unable to do anything about it, and Rangers were second best. Igor Rossi just a day on from hearing about the loss of a very close friend, Josimar, involved in that Brazilian club tragedy. Was able to steel himself for the game at hand, the business at hand. It was Robbie Muirhead who scored not once but twice his first goals for Hearts. So 3 points in the bag, and it's Heart of Midlothian who jump into second place in the table. The final score at Tynecastle, Hearts 2, Rangers 0.
Thank you very much to Derek and the team. That's a nice touch by Igor Rossi there, of course. The terrible tragedy the Brazilian football team, the plane crashed, and he knew one of those players, so that is a nice touch from him. What a performance by Hearts overall tonight. We all wondered about the reaction the players would give their manager, Robbie Nielsen, because it's widely assumed that he will be leaving to go to MK Dons. Well, that is some send-off. And we're back with you in a couple of nights for our new show, Scottish Football Extra. That's 7 PM on BT Sport 2. And right after that, a big game in the Championship, second against first, Dundee United against Hibs, 7:30 PM on the same channel on BT Sport 2. So the table then, after that one, the midweek match, and it's looking much better for Hearts now because they have leapfrog Aberdeen and Rangers up to second place on goal difference, and they've made a statement in the process as well. They really were in charge from the off here. They took their chances. Robbie Muirhead, the 20-year-old, scored twice. Robbie Nielsen has probably just been given the ultimate send-off. More on him and the match next.
Ladbrokes, backing Scottish football on BT Sport.